going to be real quick. I didn't even send a share out to let anybody know I was doing the video. This is going to be real quick. The other day on my sister Latasha Pope's show, if you haven't subscribed, please do so already. On YouTube, I had a discussion, kind of a debate, and a heated debate with a Moor, and he was he was talking about showing information, like saying even if the information is wrong, at least the Moors always show you something. So being that you put that out there, that even if the information is wrong, the Moors always show you something. Well, I found that very interesting because the Moors never show you what you ask. What's up, Melanated Agenda? Peace, peace. Like, the Moors never show you what you ask. We ask the Moors to show us verifiable evidence to back up the claims that they make all day long. We ask the Moors to show us evidence, video footage of them in court actually succeeding in shit. Because this is shit that we never see. We never see them provide this type of evidence. So to tell me that you always show something, like, that shit is basically for nothing. Like, that means absolutely nothing. That's like bombarding me with a bunch of information, and because you bombarded me with a bunch of information, whether it's useful or not, because that's not what we're talking about, whether it's useful, they always avoid that. But whether it's useful or not, you bombard me with information and then assume that that shit is supposed to be, looked at as facts. That's called conflating. You're conflating what you're actually doing as providing facts, and that's not providing facts. When we ask questions, we want to know, if you tell me Mary traveled to Egypt land, and when she traveled to Egypt as the godmother, and this, that, and the third, well, give me some dates. Give me some dates. What time period did that happen? What date? What month? When did she do this? Was it spring? What's going on?
I thought the dates was finished on Pilot 5.
Right?
I got 3 more boxes to put up there, but I want to, like,
All right, sorry about that. There's some work stuff going on. But, is and even that, King Kush, I don't put on them like that because that's just people. You know what I mean? Like, different people do different shit. So it could have been niggas who was polying with the Moors who was all about science and peace, and niggas who was all about war, and, no different than the situations now. But, bro, what I be talking about specifically, not just that, is the fact that they always say, like the brother, he said it and it stuck with me, well, at least the Moors give you something to look at. Like, yo, that's not, what the fuck does that mean? Like, that's for nothing, yo. Just because you give me something, if it's not useful or worthwhile, what the fuck is it to talk about you giving me something? You say that other people just give words, that all other people do is just tell you shit. Dog, all you doing is just giving me words. Listen, when I ask you for facts and you pull up something, a book, that's not fact. I'm trying to explain that to you guys the best way I know how, that an author's opinion about something, which is what a book is not fact. An author's statement does not, translate into fact just because an author stated it in a book. And these things are being conflated all the time. And so when you do that and you actually walk around believing and thinking that you got information, believing and thinking that you have what everyone should be aspiring to have, and then to actually believe that you're on some other level. Like, I got dressed like that, yo. Somebody told me how the spirit that they breathe, and I can't understand. No, I can't understand you because I'm asking you for facts and you're not giving them to me. Peace, peace, peace. I'm asking for facts, and every time I ask for facts, I get conjecture. Every time I ask for facts, I get ad hominem attacks. Every time we ask for facts, we get a 12-minute dissertation about the Bible, and then not just the Bible, mixing these words that aren't even words. No references whatsoever. Like, all their references are something that are not referencing what they're talking about. Peace, peace, peace. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, which one is the best one to go with? Okay, I'll go with this one. When you ask them for a reference and they tell you, they'll start reading from whatever they choose to read from. Let's say they pick book A and read from book A. What they'll do is they'll start reading the words on the page, right? And then they'll start adding in and taking shit out. Like, the page will actually say, the indigenous people of the land were living in such and such a place. And they'll say, the indigenous people of the land, which are the Moors, see, the Moors are the indigenous people of the land, were living in such and such. But it doesn't say that where you was just reading that shit. Like, it don't say that. I'm sorry to say, G, but it don't say that. And I watched the dude, as who portrays himself to be a Moor. I watched him live in person on a live stream do that in front of a bunch of people. Like, he kept reading and reading and reading, and see, this is Mu and the Moors. But yo, it didn't say that. It didn't say Mu. It didn't say Mu means more. It didn't say any of that shit. You were saying those things as you were reading them. And so when that starts to take place, I start to think that, yo, you're engaging in opinion, and you want your opinion. You believe in your opinion so strongly that you'll try to push it as fact and mix it in as fact when you're reading statements and acting like the statement is corroborating your opinion, and it's not, because I can read. And the problem when you put things on screen share is that everybody can read it. So if I'm looking at it and you're looking at it and I'm saying, hey, G, won't you slow down for a second, because none of the shit that you're saying is on that page. Like, you read 3 or 4 words off the page and then the rest of it is some shit that you added in. Yeah, like, what kind of shit is that? So telling me you always show something, yo, that you don't show anything. We asking you to show us facts to back up that the UCC governs me. And I don't mean by governs me, but I mean I have no choice but to follow the UCC just because other people want to use it and oppress it on me. I like to see video footage of Moors in court. Since you say you want to show something, show what we really want to see. We want to see you guys in court, video evidence of you taking back the court and taking control of the court and all the shit that you say. And I also want to see, since people like writing questions down, I put it in a video so you wouldn't get confused. We'd also like to see, along with video evidence, we also would like to see where historically did the Olmecs, did all these people call themselves Moor? Since you show things, we like to see those things. So we want to see you in court winning. We like to see evidence that the code and the Constitution applies to us, because y'all always talking about the Constitution. And I would like you to know, how does the code, the Constitution apply to me factually? You should be able to do that easily. So, Shane TV Eastwatch, not to mention, we got other fuck niggas on the horizon that we're going to be dealing with soon. Fraud ass, sneak dissing ass, fraud ass niggas. Yeah, we got them to handle too. So, peace, family. It's time for me to get ready to go back in and finish my work day. This has been fun. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's a short video, so y'all should be able to watch it again. So Moors, like I said, I love Moors. I love you to death, but I'm not going to allow you to just keep running around saying things without, providing factual evidence to back up your claim, other than, you know, there's no way you can find it on the internet. Why do you think I'm saying it? And if it was that easy, and listen, facts and evidence that you have that something applies, facts and evidence that you have that people are doing something, that should be the simplest thing to prove and provide to people. So doing my due diligence, apparently I did. Apparently I did my due diligence, and apparently, the shit ain't out there to be found unless you have the facts and evidence. No, it sounds like you have the facts and evidence. I do need help. The facts and evidence that all of this applies. So where is it? Shame TV East Watch.